It's been a long time coming, but still I'm on smash. Never no breaks, I'm giving them all gas. Living for today, middle finger to past. Also give it to the ones who thought I wouldn't last. Fake ass friends, never been family. The more I make moves, the more these niggas can't stand me. Smile in my face, but knowing they wanna ban me. Make up any lie so niggas can try to hand me. Tell it to the pen and telling it to the streets. But nigga, I'm in tune with the pen in the streets. No room for defeat when you facing a real low. I ride by my lonely so I see behind the smoke. Can't wash one hand without washing the other. Cause I'm a real keeper and my motherfucking brother's point guard of the streets. Some plays I had to change up, nothing stay the same. Remembering how I came up, dreams of a scholar. Nigga bitching quarters for $1 and hope one day I get that candy paint powder. That's the street life, East Long Beach life. Never had a one-track mind, so I think twice. Niggas think it's good shit, cause I stay on my deuces and still relevant. But you knew this, never been a game. While other niggas talk it, I do this. You can't make a move without a movement. See, I'm like a fly on the wall.
Yes. Live and direct on Eastside Radio. What's good? What's good? Tuned in with Lil Bam.
Jazzy.
It's your girl Sky.
Back at it. We lost her last week, but she back in full effect.
Yeah, I'm here.
Back.
Yeah,
full throttle without the bottle.
Oh yeah,
without the bottle, now.
Hey, cool. So how was y'all weekend?
Man,
that shit is still going. But
just working, still working, man.
Still working. What you was working on?
I had
You a football man?
Yeah, no. Well,
you watch hockey?
This week I had to
rugby
finish some contracts, man. You know, the go-to man to redline them contracts. You know that, man. So I kind of fell behind on quite a few, so we knocked that out.
So I could be looking forward to a money email.
Oh yeah, you got it, man.
Oh, I ain't mad at you. Yeah, what about them Steelers though? So we playoff bound. I don't know about nobody else's team, but yeah. We playoff bound. We in that thing.
I'm a diehard Raider fan, man.
Yeah, and that's why they died hard this season. They died hard this season too. Yeah, so you are diehard. You dying right with them.
I'm rolling with them, man. I'm rolling with them, man.
You right. You roll with them. They gonna watch it where you watching it too.
Oh yeah, man.
Fuck the bullshit. No, we in that
Steelers
thing. We got Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, we beat them already. So yeah, fuck this. We going back to the house.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And if they fuck up, I'm going to call the coach.
I'm watching.
Yeah. But, hey, today we got something interesting, man. We're going to talk about sacrifice.
Oh, yeah. That's a good topic.
That is a good topic.
And we got Mr. Tan in the building.
Baby boy.
He going to introduce some new music, let us know what's been going on with him, what he got going on, new company, new money, new life.
Business.
Yeah, so that's going to be coming up. But, when we speak on that sacrifice, just going to see what you sacrifice. What do people sacrifice? Or what would you sacrifice to get where you at today? What have you sacrificed to get where you at today? What was important to you that you... What did you lose to gain? See, a lot of people don't want to lose and shit. You know what I mean? They don't want to lose in life. Everybody want to win. You know what I mean? But in order to win, you got to take a loss. Else you ain't going to respect that game. You feel me? Hey.
No, I was just thinking about Sugar Free. In order for me to win, sometimes you got to lose, baby.
Hey, shit. Hey,
I know it's wrong, but I'm going to make it.
See, that's a strong topic.
That's that real P-knee talk right there.
But see, sometimes
it's just the music. Ready. I'm just talking about the music.
Yeah, I know.
Don't
I don't know if y'all ready for that talk.
Don't get compromise mixed up with sacrifice, because you got brothers out there sacrificing friendships and relationships, but then you got brothers out there compromising their manhood.
Ass, yeah.
Sometimes they compromise their manhood for success.
Go ahead and talk on it.
And there's a difference, So what you willing to sacrifice and what you willing to compromise. As men, we ain't gonna compromise our manhood for success.
Thank you.
That's why we put this show together, because
well, you're not supposed to be compromising shit.
Exactly.
You're not.
Some people get compromise and sacrifice mixed up though, man.
Ooh, and we about to get into all of that.
Oh man, we got a deep because it's some cats that's compromising their manhood for success in this music game.
Well, shit, it ain't just music. It's street, it's entertainment. It's
streets.
It's all around. I mean, it's people on the street that want to hold that title or that name, but don't want to deal with the responsibility that come with that name. You know what I mean? They just want that name. That on the street term, you know, them the OG busters. That's what a nigga call them. You know what I mean? They cops. OGs by default, and they busters because when the real G's was out of jail, them motherfuckers was in the house. Exactly. So now, yeah, you an OG, but you a buster ass OG.
Exactly.
So you know, even in the entertainment business, you got people that wanna. They control freaks.
Exactly.
They control freaks, so they want to be that manager or they want to be that promoter. But once those ones that had that money or that street money and they went to jail too, now this motherfucker want to come and try to fuck somebody just to get, you know, the whole paying to do shows type shit. Like if you're an artist, what the fuck you paying to do a show for?
You gotta, but it's based on your brand and credibility. But a lot of people feel like they, you know, just like, you know, we touched the mixtape thing. A lot of artists think in order for them to succeed in this music, they got to give away all their hard-earned work, you know. But that's another subject.
Man, that's another one.
Yeah, giving shit away.
So I was like, I'm not even about to touch on it because we gonna get into that and not even make it to what we supposed to be talking about. Oh my
God, we'll be on that for hours.
No, but I mean, but you know, and that's a form of, you know, even sacrifice. What you willing to give to gain,
man. But you know, some people, I feel like you got to look at the music business as the music business. You got rappers, and then you got brothers that's in the business of rap. So there's a big difference because you can't go in to Best Buy and get a basket full of goodies and put in there and tell the cashier, see ya. But we do this in our music.
You can.
But yeah, but you
can. Now see, no. Now
you can.
But see, now that's the thing. The ones who do that, I don't give a fuck if they go into Target, wherever, go into Best Buy, Target, and be like, see ya. Yeah. Those the ones that did what they was gonna have to do and didn't give a fuck about the consequence at the end.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So, hey, if you doing what you doing and you know what you doing, you know what I mean, no matter what's on the ass end of it, but I respect those that go on the limb and do that.
And whatever you do, you gotta create you know, if you creating a brand, you gotta create interest in that brand. Just like if you go into Albertsons, you might go into a supermarket and you see a well-groomed young man or a well-groomed lady standing in the back. They got the platter with the
Did you say well-groomed young man?
You know, I'm just saying, you know.
Man, let him get to the point. I'm trying to hear
when you get your job, they put you there and you get the platter and you got the hot links or different loop. They got a new piece of cake and they chop it up and they put toothpicks in it. They want you to taste it. And if you like it, they send you down whatever aisle it's available and you buy it. We have to go back into doing that in our music. Right. A lot of artists feel like, let me do a 27, 28 original song CD and give it away for free with the hopes of getting successful. That's like going into the supermarket right now. The lottery is at damn near $1 billion. They filling out that lottery ticket with the hopes of winning.
Man, I hope somebody. Man, I hope y'all out there listening.
You know, so we gotta get back to passing out singles and letting people get interested in that single. Or on your single, give a full length song with like 9 snippets, and if they like it, they gonna buy it. We gotta stop giving away free shit.
So from that term, you want to use the music analogy on it of it.
Well, sacrifice.
So what would you feel an artist should sacrifice in order to gain? What do you feel they should give in order to gain?
Well, real artists is already sacrificing from spending time with their family, from taking their kids to Disneyland, missing family reunions, missing spending time with their significant other, going into the studio.
Right.
And I feel like all that is labor. So if you can go to Home Depot and you buy the floor is $3.99 a square foot. But if you want them to put the floor down, it ain't $3.99 a square foot. You're going to pay for labor.
People look at artists or like, you know, a rapper and they don't think it's a real job or they don't think it's real work. And it's man, you gotta work at it and you gotta practice and you really gotta get into it to be an artist. So I understand that. Like people, being a rapper is, it's fun too. It has its benefits, but it is a real job.
You know, now rap is the only genre of music that feel like they got to give away so much of their music to be successful. Pop, jazz, gospel, blues, rock and roll. They travel the world, they sell merchandise, and they sell their content. Hip hop is the only genre of music where we feel like, let me go into the studio. And a mixtape was originally music previously released instrumentals and a rapper rap over a Nelly, a Run DMC, a LL Cool J.
Right.
That's what you call a mixtape. But somehow, and we touched on it before, some rapper rapped on original music, and put original lyrics on it and messed up and called it a mixtape.
Okay,
so that's
so-
like buying them, like we said, buying a Mercedes Benz, bringing it home, popping all the emblems off
Right.
of it, and putting Honda Accord on a Benz and depreciating the content.
Okay.
You depreciating
Now,
the brand.
That's still good, but with that and said, what do you feel an artist should give in order to gain in their success?
Well, I think what they need to give is their time and energy, man. Getting out there, networking, building relationships. This business is 10% talent and 90% business. If you sitting at home cheating on Instagram, cheating on Facebook, cheating on Twitter, that's cheating. You got to get out and rub shoulders.
No, right.
You know, you got to shake hands because
But
we don't.
but you got to look at it. That's what they creating now.
Well, we
you
gotta
you,
go-
you not. We not in the era of the hustlers no more. Don't nobody hustle shit no more. 90 shit. Okay, you said 10%, 90%. Now flip that. The shit is 10% hustlers, 90% motherfuckers that want to
that's
give
faking
shit.
it. Yeah, they
so
fake
if you got a motherfucker that just want to blast it on or hear me on SoundCloud here, everybody else is creating these genres so you can give away that free music or that free listening. You know, it's basically for the record labels to not have to do what they used to do far as artist development. That's out the
Exactly.
motherfucking
There's no
budgets.
such
That's
thing as
out
that.
the what.
No.
Now you got to come
Now
fully
they-
prepared. You got to come fully dressed.
Now
and
the
they
label
want-
is cheating. They already want somebody that's semi-successful before they jump on
but
board.
not. Well, they not
See,
cheating.
so, but- and-
the label
and I
not-
feel like,
you're
hey,
right. They're not
hey,
cheating. They
because
they
no,
winning.
you
They
said
winning.
no. It's
Look,
business.
and I
They
feel like
winning.
both of y'all points are valid.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just depends on how you spin it. It depends on the person. You can't really put a level to sacrifice to, you know, if you're talking about the masses, you can't do that. So if you point out in particular people, and you can ask yourself personally, you can ask him personally, you can ask me personally, but I don't think we can come to an agreement
No, that's
today on that one.
No, it's not a. It's
well, I'm just saying y'all going at it like.
It's-
no. It's not a. It's not a agreement. This not that type of discussion. You know, it's agree to disagree.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
you
Well,
still
I
have
mean
to
in a sense of
sacrifice
argument.
something.
Nah, far as giving up something. Now, me personally, I feel an artist. Now, if you're a true artist, because see now we just using the words frivolously. Rappers and artists. Half these people, well, majority of them are rappers. Because if you are an artist, then you know what you want. You know what you want to put out.
See,
You're
but
not
I'm
gonna
saying in this
jeopardize
particular
anything.
room, we know what the difference is because we know who artists are and we know who rappers are. We distinguished and we agreed on that side. Like we was all against. Like, oh yeah, you guys are whack and you guys are called rappers. Artists is people who take this craft serious and who do, and we agreed on that. So in the discussion. That's
Well, I think a artist in today's music business is not considered a real artist if he's not into creating multiple revenue streams within his one brand. You cannot come in this game as a rapper. That's why, you know, they came up with the 360 deal and the label's like, wait a minute, this dude came and did a movie. Like say you get a Will Smith or an Ice Cube. The labels are so
Right.
smart. They look at it as a business. We look at it as, okay, a rapper would rather
A
go
hobby.
to a strip club and throw $2,000 and still live on his girl, you know, at his mama house. sleeping
right.
on, but they're, you know, so the strippers are the new pimps and the rappers are the new hoes. But if you look at it, if you're not creating multiple revenue streams within your one brand, a label is not going to want to deal with you anyway. They want a piece of the. We're gonna go to the break and come back on that, but you know they want a piece of everything.
when we come back, we got Mr. Tan in the building. We're gonna go into one of his songs, Shining Like Money. Mr. Tan.
Mr. Tan.
From my partner, Big Meats.
Spend our money. Can't take none of this shit with us. No, ain't no armor truck pulling up at no.
We got a statement from my partner, Big Meats.
Spend our money. Can't take none of this shit with us. No, ain't no armor truck pulling up at no funeral.
Yeah.
Shining like money. Shining like money.
You son, you better get it, man.
Shining like money. Shining like money.
If you ain't got it, you better follow me, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Look,
Shining like money.
you want some money? Let's get it.
Shining like money.
I'm hungry, I just wash my hands, they clean, just finish the plate. And I want some more, know what I mean? Money, machines, rubber bands, triple B's, man. With stack stash, still counting money in my hand. If you can plan, I make money, I'm spending made money, man. I spend $1,000 a week, partner fucking with the weed, man. I keep thousands, I'm trying to win before I sin for it. I'll sin on a funky cock bitch to come back with it. Chicken scratch your kidney, you must be just bullshit. I'm adapting on the hoe, your cocksucker say I'm pimping. Can we trace the game with it? Transactions I ain't missing. Hey, motherfucker, listen, this the business, just pay attention. Bear witness, me and my homies, we like the ball. You run up in the spot and throw dollars and watch them fall. It's hot daddy ball, daddy, yo, I got my foot on it. The 26 is ride bumpy when a nigga doing 100. You know something, nigga, we shine like money, and we draped and dripped out with a pocket full of hundreds. The Maserati parked outside, I ain't lying. That's some shit that the white folks only buy. We shining like money, niggas. Shining like money, shining like money. Shining like money, shining like money. Shining like money, shining like money. Shining like money.
They say them boys be spending too much cash and drinking whatever. So much monitoring the feds had to bring an umbrella. Only watch the bullshit and pass it to Rihanna. Man, they love the way that boy pop his collar out here. They call me as class. I've been with that. With 26s on it, man, and I kid it that. Just watch your chick, I serve her ass a little trick or treat. She on my dick cause my pocket is a beast. At least I get dough like them fat kids. And stuff money and work under my mattress. Green, like St. Patrick. And we gon' ball till we fall like Big Shaq did. But for now, I'm shining. Shining like money. 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 They can't railroad the kid, man. Shining like money. I told them haters, look out. That's my nigga Meech on the hook. Now he's a trapping rapper. I told them haters, look. Y'all motherfuckers need to take it easy. But they ain't hearing that. It's cause my niggas too greedy. I've been a hot boy, getting money, getting by. Up in that black cat, rolling by, looking fly. Or catch me in the 645 I pop a shot at you haters, you bitch, you die trying.
I sound like new money, but still spend old fatty. Ain't nothing they can tell me when I hop up on that bitch. Hey, look, I'm shining. Canary colors in a nigga diamonds. The princess cut a blind, and you can blame it on the grind. Don't be looking too hard, man. I'll keep a cock can. I'll bust your melon wide open. They ain't telling it. Ain't no reckless out balling. We yallin' too hard. Jumping out of luxury cars. You ain't know we ain't tall. Man, we shine. Man, we shine. Man, we shining. Cause nigga, my hope. Man, we shining.
Yeah. Y'all back tuned in to Eastside Radio. Y'all make sure y'all go to Talk Eastside Radio Instagram and Talk Eastside Radio Facebook.
Hey now.
Let us know what you think about the show today. Topics, conversations, whatever y'all want to do.
Just comment, like our pictures. Yeah. We like all y'all pictures, so like our pictures too.
Fuck the likes.
Sorry, I'm
comment.
petty. I'm sorry, I'm petty. Like our stuff.
I mean? Comment on this shit. Tune in.
Show
you know what I mean?
Huh?
Show some dialogue.
Call us.
So we
bother us, bug us.
We got Mr. Baby Boy himself in the building, Mr. Tan. You feel me? He coming in here today. You know, man. We talking about sacrifice right now, Mr. Tan. You know, so. What's something that you sacrificed to get where you at today?
Man, sacrifice having to be with my kids every day by taking flights and stuff like that, you know, all the time, and being in the studio and being out in the streets up late at night. You know, I've sacrificed just being around my brothers and stuff as much as I would love to have been.
Right.
Man, it's abundance of things, man. I done sacrificed cars and all kind of shit, man.
Now, I'm glad you brought up those, because, see, now you got the good sacrifice and the bad sacrifice, you know, because certain sacrifices that we do, we could eliminate them, you know, with the extra hanging out on certain shit. We all done it, you know. We was all young, you know what I mean, and we all did that. Far as staying out late when we didn't have to, but shit, when you fucking with your partners, you fucking with your partners. You know what I mean? And
let me run the streets.
I mean, shit, you know, and you know, but a lot of stuff come out of running the streets. You know what I mean? You run into people in the streets. I mean, you.
And if I was at home, sleep with my head on the pillow somewhere, then I wouldn't even saw that.
No, exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I mean, you could meet a motherfucker in the strangest places. You know what I mean? I done got a few business connects in the strangest places. You know what I mean? Be like, damn, you here? Exactly. You know, certain places you least expect a person to be with money. Absolutely. They there. You know what I mean? But
me, man, where it's at, I'm gonna pop up at, man. It's 4, 5, 6 in the morning. You be like, damn, Tan here? Yeah, here.
Yeah, but see that I mean, you know, that overtime grind, man, not getting no sleep. Not getting no sleep, but seeing the progress, that's a good sacrifice. Cause it's a lot of people that's just out here hanging out for the fuck of it. Motherfucker in the studio watching me record.
Right. Exactly.
What the fuck you doing?
Go home.
You know what I mean? Like, now you have a lot of those. I mean, they not doing shit. They not, you know, being your PR. They not being your manager. They just at the studio with you.
Out. Nothing.
You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure you seen that a lot.
Yeah,
you know,
a lot of people just love to be around too. The energy sometimes is good for us, but some of those people do need to take their ass home.
Yeah, no, but now that's a bad sacrifice.
You know what I mean?
That's a bad sacrifice.
Bad sacrifice.
Yeah, because you finna go home and get into it with yours, and you ain't even make no money off the shit.
You just hanging out.
Fuck that. It's just like when a person cheating. If you gonna cheat, you better get some ass while you cheating, Jack.
Absolutely. Don't just be saying you was at the movies.
Yeah. That's a hell of a sacrifice. Fuck that.
Yeah, shit. And other sacrifices, I done lost potential future wives. And you remember I used to be with the girl Kristen and all that, man.
Oh,
you
damn.
Know? And that was a high school sweetheart. You know what I mean? And I was with her for a long time, and all that went out the window once I started rolling with Tyrese and all that. I actually tried to let her hang around I tried to hang around for a little while. Let me rephrase that. But that didn't work. You know, so I threw that out the window. That was a sacrifice because she went on to be.
You said I threw that out the window.
She went on to be a principal at Markham Junior High on Compton.
Hey,
so
right,
you know, props to her.
See, and that go to show you. See, sometimes we blinded in the beginning. You know what I mean? Because that was that good girl that didn't give a fuck about your fame.
No, nothing.
You know what I mean?
You know exactly what I'm
You know what I mean? So. Yeah. You know, those good things to talk about too, because, you know, we all been through certain stuff in life to get us here, but a lot of people don't capitalize off the negative or capitalize off the stumbles and trips and falls. They just worry about tripping and falling.
Absolutely.
You know, and I think certain people it's just like they say, the little saying, scared money don't make no money. If you scared to do shit or scared to take a risk, then you're not going to be successful in this game.
Yeah, that's another question I wanted to touch. What motivated you to continue sacrificing? You know, some people rap and they, you know, do it as a hobby. Evidently, you know,
it's been a long journey, bro. And to be honest with you, that has a lot to do with having to be selfish a little bit. You know what I mean? In order to be successful, you have to have some type of selfishness because don't nobody care about you if you're not there, out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly.
You know, so that's where that motivation came from, just having to have some selfishness. But, you know, I still try to pay homage to a lot of my people that's really there for me and go back and reach out. That's cool. You know, I do the good things that I'm supposed to do.
That's cool. Because, you know, it's a lot of artists out there that's thinking this is an easy game. Mm-hmm. And I'm glad we talking about sacrifice. They don't understand that, like you said, you lost potential wives, you know, vehicles. And a lot of these artists right now don't understand that there's a lot of serious sacrifice that goes into this.
Right.
You know, us getting into the game and not knowing about copyrighting our stuff.
Right.
And we want to go to the labels and pop their brains out, and it really ain't their fault because on the bottom of them contracts it state, hey, you read and acknowledge, and like we understand this and we sign it. Then when we realize we got so quote unquote done wrong, we want to go to the label, but in reality, not having the right representation, you know,
right, lawyers and things.
Yeah,
of that nature.
so we sacrifice full circle in this game.
Absolutely.
You know, and continue to sacrifice.
And sometimes we sacrifice sitting our ass down and not moving accordingly. Because see, you can move fast. You move too fast, and then that's why a lot of this shit. It's like you got to look at it. You can't. It was good shit and bad shit, you know, and both of them. I mean, it's like oil and water. You know, they mix, but they don't mix. But at the same time, when you was doing what you was doing in your early years, you didn't know that you was gonna fuck over this female. You didn't know that you was gonna blow through this signing bonus that you got. You know what I mean? You didn't know that shit. You didn't know that, and then plus, when you know that now. But see, then it wasn't a lot of people in to, really show you the way.
No.
They just seen, okay, it's just, oh, you a hothead? Okay, well, I'm going to utilize him for what he good at. He a hothead, so I'm going to just send him on hothead missions.
Yep.
I'm going to go send him to pressure the people.
He a liability.
That's it. You know what I mean?
I'll break that down to the smallest metaphor. Like when you was in high school and you had all these females you thought you liked and stuff, but if we want to ditch and go do what we did with them, if I can go back to high school right now with the mentality I have now, I would be such a sharper person. Of
course.
So that's a great analogy for that.
Glad you spoke on that. So being through all that you've been through, ups, downs, straight, whatever, what would you do different then to, seeing that what you know now? What is it that you would do different?
Just stay, well, now I'm a lot more humbler. I would have stayed humble. A lot of people love me, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a lot of people tend to hate me because I'm a outgoing person and outspoken person sometimes, you know what I mean? But now I've learned how to humble myself a little bit more. So if in hindsight, that's what I would do. I would have been more humble, you know what I'm saying, or a little bit quieter. See, you got to be better at listening nowadays instead of talking so much.
Right.
People be quick to talk, and sometimes they not paying attention.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I said if you didn't listen. You know what I mean?
Well, even if you talking while I'm talking, if you talking and I'm talking,
you couldn't hear me.
You ain't hear shit I was saying. You ain't hear shit I was saying.
So that's definitely a big part of it. Just being humble and paying attention.
Okay.
Because like he was just talking about, and you just spoke about earlier, these contracts and stuff is in front of you and stuff without the proper representation and having a team with you who is at least have your back. Like say I might take a picture today,
right? And
I'm in New York or something, but they want to put it in the magazine, and I got a person named Greg who works with me as my business partner. They might say, Tam wouldn't like that. But somebody might say, well, damn, I like it, and I got a booger in my nose or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you got to have these type of people with you that really has your best interest. So I would definitely surround myself with people who have my best interest. Not saying that I didn't have a lot of people then, but it was a conflict of interest at the time.
Well, you got to look at it. I mean, and it's family is included, because when you moving fast, family move right along with you. Then here comes the expectations.
Right.
Okay. If you the provider, you the one that's in the mainstream, you the one that's got the checks.
Right. Absolutely.
You got aunties, nieces, nephews. Everybody gonna be expecting you to take care of them, not even knowing the business side of it. It's not what you think it's made out.
It look good. It's glamour and gold. It's grits and all that. But people don't understand that it's way harder than you expect it to be. So some of those sacrifices is that's what I meant by family and stuff like that.
No, that's cool. So how much of that have you implemented into your today lifestyle of music? Like far as what you didn't do,
implemented into my music or just my lifestyle period?
In your business too.
Okay,
you got a label now too.
Okay, in my lifestyle, I've slowed down a tad bit, not too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, I'm still all gas and brake lights. You know what I'm saying? I make sure I pay homage to my family a little more. I make sure that I do go home. You know what I mean? Because some days I wouldn't, and some nights I wouldn't.
So that's a hell of a
every night I'm there. I got a 10-year-old boy named Amarion, and that he has to see me at 7 in the morning when it's time for him to go to school, and I have to take him to school and pay homage to that. Sometimes I don't get to see my daughter Penny. You know what I mean? But me and her mom went different realms. But just trying to pay homage to them, man, and making sure that I'm there for them. In the business realm, we got artists and stuff right now that I have to mold and show them the right way, because I've been jerked and ran over a few times myself. But they say sometimes you have to go through the ringer to get it. But I don't believe everyone has to. No. You have to have some people there with you who has your best interest as well.
No, and that's see, and that's what used to kill me.
But pay your dues.
No, fuck all that. That's just because somebody that's their way of controlling you because they can't strong on you. Any motherfucker that say pay your dues, they a suck ass motherfucker. They punks, they bitches, whatever you want to call them.
Because they could have easily stepped up and showed you what the right route,
but
man.
That's what we lacking in today's music industry, the each one teach one syndrome. Like me, everybody that know Jazzy management from that New West movement to now, and I was guilty of giving the game to people that didn't deserve it and wasn't ready for it, but I was.
But you were blessed enough to tell them something.
I was brought up under that.
See that, but that's just like 1 in a million, though. How many people are like you?
It's sad, but I was brought up under that mold because a lot of these artists, like we said earlier, you have to create multiple revenue streams within your brand. If you're a rapper and you just want to go to the strip clubs, buy things that depreciate.
Hold up, I'll be in the strip club.
No, but I'm saying, but that ain't just what you want to. But it ain't just what you want to do because you just said you got you a label and you putting artists out there. So you got some extra fun you want to have. But the point I'm making is a lot of these artists out there think it's about going into the booth, spitting without copyrighting their music, without creating publishing companies. You ask them what ASCAP, BMI, and CSAC is. They like, I don't know what that is. I'm just rapping.
It's so,
and they're around a whole bunch of people who not even telling them.
Hey, you know who I like?
It's
And
so
I
many
gotta give this shout out real quick
followers.
that he said that. I give so many props to Ty Dolla for that. You know, when he just put his record out, he put his family on the publishing as well.
Oh, right.
So
right.
once I eat and make millions and whatnot, he still got everybody still gonna win.
Right. No, he
you know, and I always had that type of vision coming up. You know, like this was one of my, youngsters, back in the day, watching me sit in the room and write as he was younger than me coming up too. And I would definitely always try to use their voice or their character or something to pay homage to what I was doing.
True.
In order so we can all eat. Because that's what I always wanted.
See, in order to be a good leader, you got to be a good follower.
Right.
But certain people follow the wrong people, and then they follow the wrong way. See, if you gon' follow, certain people will look at, okay, if you go to the strip club and you just throwing money around.
I ain't throwing no money.
No. But no. See, this is how they look at it.
Yeah.
All right, you going to the strip club, you popping, you throwing this, and you popping bottles, doing all this. But guess what? Your work ethic is different than theirs. So I'm gonna watch you pop bottles and throw money, right?
Right.
But you still gonna make it to the studio at 7 in the morning.
Yep.
Me, I got a hangover. No.
Yep.
Just because you do it don't mean I can do it. Certain people got to know what their limitations are on doing certain shit. And if you going to follow, you got to follow the right way. Everybody can't. That's why certain people won't hire their family at a job. And certain people will look at it like, oh, it's fucked up. But you got to look at it. It's no more family now. Well, no, your family going to use that family card when they want to call in sick or call in late. We was both out popping last night, but I made it to work at 6 in the morning. Your ass gonna call off. That make me look bad, nigga, because I got you the job.
I've been accused of not getting enough sleep because I like Exhibit album named Restless because I've been accused of not getting enough sleep. Then touch on the topic that you were just talking about. We just was speaking on the phone the other day that, everybody in the family, everybody want to do the same thing. And that's the problem we having, It's room and it's positions for everybody if you just pay homage to what one person is doing. Somebody got to get in the door first.
Man,
we can't all walk in the door at the same time. If you rap and you write and you creative, that's great. You know what I mean? But if you went to school to be an engineer, be the engineer. You know what I mean? Right. We need some people going to have to carry these baggage up into the hotels and different things.
This game is surrounded by people with titles. Like, I was guilty of that when I was younger and calling myself a rapper. My cousin, I figured, you know what? I got my first deal. You my manager. I knew way more than him.
Yeah.
He didn't know nothing. All we did was when we went places. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is my manager.
Yeah.
But he didn't know nothing. He didn't know.
Ask my manager. It still had to come back to you.
But see, guess what? You was giving him that title, hoping that he'll take it and run with it and do the research himself.
Yeah, he didn't. He
see,
didn't.
What people don't understand, the shit is easy. A lot of people say it's hard, but it's really easy once you look at the team.
Right.
If you really got a team, okay, once the ball, I look at it as an artist, when the mic is in your hand, if you playing basketball, the mic is in your hand, that's your rock.
Right.
You out to serve anybody in front of you.
Right.
But you just got to remember, you still got to pass that mic. And at the same time, if you win, y'all win as a team. Y'all lose as a team.
Passing the baton.
I also like what Tan said, that they have different positions. You got managers that want to walk the red carpet with the artist. You got managers that want to go on stage with the drink and take his shirt off.
What?
With
this what I don't even
wife
understand.
beater on. You got
everybody all on the stage.
Take that.
All in the video dance.
A manager cannot do his job if he's trying to do what the artist is doing.
What a manager is the new artist. The manager want to get to the red carpet and take the pictures and be flyered in his fucking artist.
That's the fucking problem.
And post 90,000 pictures on his Instagram, and you like, wait a minute, is he the manager or the artist? In the video, you see him more than you see the artist.
See, but real managers have names like Cullen Flower and you never know who that motherfucker is. You be like, who the fuck is this? Won't have no face, but you see all kind of pictures of his artists. See, when you behind the scenes, you behind the scenes for real. That's what a director is.
But they take pictures with the artist. They pop in front of the artist. If a female fan is like, hey, you know, I'm a big, he hops in front of his manager. They live in Them was managers that didn't make it as hip-hop artists and living vicariously through the artist.
Yeah. Well, you got to have a rapport with somebody, first of all, you know. Like you said, you tried to use your cousin, and then Bam reiterated on it and said that was a position that you hoped for him to do. You got to give with people who want this for themselves as well.
Exactly.
Well, no, for the right reasons, and that's what he's saying, for the right reasons, because you got the managers who are good at their job, but then they're doing it because they didn't make it as an artist, or because they live up, they want to be an artist, or they just want to be, they just want the light. It don't matter what the reason is.
Still doing it, too. No,
and it's still today currently
absolutely right. She's right, because it's managers or producers that's trying to get back to being a fucking singer, so they gonna do beats for you, and then next thing you know, they email you the beat with them singing on
the hook.
Who the fuck is this? Oh yeah, that's me. I was just trying to put a skeleton on there.
I was just.
If you like it, you can keep it.
Well, I mean, but no.
If you like it, you can keep it.
But
if you like it, you can keep it.
Hey, but on this,
I'll tell him it ain't final till it's final. Get this nigga up off of my line.
And I think a lot of times too. Sometimes we be too. We want it more than who we giving it to. So if you're an artist, you want your brother, you want your cousin, you want your uncle, you want your sister. You try to include all of them, but they still want the spot that you got.
That's the problem. Everybody want to be the man.
So at the end of the day, we all can make money if you the cameraman, you the publicist, you the manager. You know, you the person who go talk. You the promoter. If everybody got 5 different positions, every time you get a call, it's gonna be from some money coming from all different.
So do y'all hear that? Basically, if y'all listening, they just told y'all how to win. That was like the formula to win.
Well, tell me a basketball.
To win it, you got if you got your team together, you gonna win.
That's the problem.
This is all I want to know.
Free game. That was free game.
Tell me a basketball team full of point guards.
Ain't none.
You told me that one, then we're gonna
tell me a basketball team full of point guards.
And a football team full of receivers.
Matter of fact, let's go even deeper. You know how motherfuckers say you big boned it? Tell me, when have you seen a fat skeleton?
That part right there.
If you done seen a fat skeleton, then hey, I'm just.
If you seen a fat skeleton, you smoking some water. You smoking that water.
So in today's music, Mr. Tan, what's different from your music now than when you first came, when you started with Militia and with Tyrese and excelling on to now? What's different, whether it's in the content or just the whole vibe of your music? What's different? What have you changed, if you've changed anything?
I've changed a little bit of it all. The content, the vibe, you know. It's about keeping up a little bit now. You know what I'm saying? I really haven't went too far out of the box of what I already initially been doing, because I have my own sound and my own style that people have been catering to and giving me props and paying homage to for a long time. So I try to stay in that realm, but if you stay stuck and stagnated, you're not going to move with everybody else. You know what I mean? So I try to just keep doing my thing and elevating, you know, because you got to kind of get with what's popping a little bit.
Right.
I just stay in the realm of still being able to tell a story. Kids in the new era right now really is just rah, 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 dance, everything now. You know, this bitch. You know what I'm saying? It looks so repetitious now.
Let's hold that thought right now. We got a phone call. Okay. Caller, you here?
Yo, what's up?
What's going on? What's your name?
What's up, caller?
What's up? It's Pierre.
What up, Pierre?
How's everything going? I just have to shout out my homie Tan.
Hey, people, what's happening, man?
Man, everything's going up, right?
Hey, man, hashtag that. Everything going up, you know what I mean?
Hashtag.
I like that.
Hell yeah, man. So, you know, I just had to give a to my extended fam, you know, call Larry real quick and everything.
Oh, that's a good deal, man. Thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, Pierre, your phone, your other line ringing. You popular?
Pete, man, whenever you see me, man, holler at me. You know what it is.
Yeah, already, man. We're going to get some work together.
I could hear you.
He said do some work together.
I would love to, brother, man.
Yeah.
All right. So y'all stay up and be blessed, all right?
All right, you too, brother.
All right.
Thanks for the call.
All right, be easy.
Yeah. So with your music, like you say, you gotta you got to keep up with everything.
You got to stay, for lack of a better word, snazzy. You got to stay popping. You got to know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we're back to what we're talking about, being able to run the streets and be in strip clubs and stuff like that. If you're not out in the streets, you can't pay attention to what's going on.
Right.
Because the radio going to play you a bunch of shit that's going to be played all day long.
I don't even listen
and
to
I don't
the radio.
agree to the fact that what's a hit. A hit is what the radio played a bunch of times to manipulate you.
Right.
I always say it's a syndrome of brainwashing.
Media
You go to work in the morning, you hear the shit come on, you didn't even like the fucking song.
Yeah, the
You
more
went to
you hear
lunch,
it, the more you
the
going.
song was on.
The more you hear it, the more you going.
And yeah, man. And then by the time you got off work, you hear yourself singing the song.
So this next cut we finna get into from Mr. Tan is Stacks.
Check it out.
Stacks
and
in
we're
my
gonna see
jeans.
where he was at with that when he recorded that after this break. Eastside Radio.
East side.
Hashtag everything going up.
Yeah. The money up, P. All bets is good, nigga. Check me out, look, I keep stacks in my jeans though. In that styrofoam cup, that's some lean though. I'm in the cut, chopping game to a free call. I keep stacks in my jeans though. I keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though.
Hey, listen, boy, I keep stacks in my pocket. On my waist is the Louis belt. On side, I keep it rocking. I stay fly, poppin', pop a bitch and Molly was hiding. She wet and ready to fuck, that's what's crackin'. She a freak hoe. I'm on some lean though. I done leaned into the party. Shootin' like a machine, the ATM is on my body. Church man, that's how I do it like I pose to. She ready when it's time to go. I tell her ready, set, ho. It is what it is. I'm on my bullshit. Pulling deals like the tug of war. I'm up in this bitch. Hundreds in my wallet, I keep
Stacks in my jeans.
my whole team turned, know what I mean, know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about the Tesla in the front, parked at the door. Push start button, let's go. Here you go, listen. Man, I'm on one and on two, and a bitch look like Tanasi, and I'm all in the ear like it's my hobby. I told her, listen.
I keep stacks in my jeans though. In that styrofoam cup, that's some lean though. I'm in the cut, chopping game to a free call. I keep stacks in my jeans though. I keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though.
I was flight to Vegas, Nipsey on my playlist. And I ain't stopping till my name is on that A-list. Getting pussy off celebrity, no joke. Bill Bellamy, flow dope. Amphetamine, that's crystal meth, nigga. Look, life a movie, you can't study for this test, nigga. Y'all ain't ballin'. Y'all critiquing like the refs, nigga. Yes, nigga. That's probably Henny on my breath, nigga. Bow my head, humble heart, I'm blessed, nigga. Yeah. Tell my haters what up. Call her fat bitch, she fast break, then she pull up. She brought her friends too. They just wanna come chill. You fucking with a baller, I can show you how I dunk feel.
I keep stacks in my jeans though. In that styrofoam cup, that's some lean though. I'm in the cut, chopping game to a free call. I keep stacks in my jeans though. I keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans, though.
I've been making bread, hustling, working hard in the trap. I keep stacks in my jeans, out here getting the snaps. I gives a fuck about a bitch, but I keeps me a freak hole. On game from my pimpin' partners, pocket all the dough. Strap in my jeans though, crack for the fiends though. Late night off the lean, pushing for it all, folks. Swerving off the drink, coughing off the best weed. 20 toes down, I be all about this money. Out here grinding, popping bottles in the VIP. Just copped a new drop, changing up the game, P. Stacks in my jeans though, cash rule everything around me. Find me in the streets chasing money.
I keep stacks in my jeans though. In that styrofoam cup, that's some lean though. I'm in the cut, chopping game to a free call. I keep stacks in my jeans though. I keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though. Keep stacks in my jeans though.
I like that.
Yeah. That was Stacks. Stacks in my jeans.
Yeah.
Stacks in my
coming
corduroys.
right now, man. Stacks in all of it.
Hey, Stacks everywhere.
And your Trues and your Robins or whatever you got on.
Talk Eastside Radio, Instagram. Y'all tune into that. Talk
Check us
Eastside
out.
Radio,
Sorry.
Facebook, all of the above. Y'all go ahead and comment on today's conversation because we don't do topics. We do conversations. Why? Because shit, conversation gonna go wherever the fuck you want it to go.
The conversation rule the nation.
Hey, topic, you have to stay on it. Conversation, we gonna talk about what the fuck we want to talk about.
Hey now.
Cause start it whichever way,
That's
but
my
it ain't
favorite
gonna end
thing
that
about
way.
this show.
Fuck that. Nah, we ain't gonna stay on
be
one
drifting.
thing. Hey, but you know what we gonna do? We gonna do something different.
Okay.
We gonna do something different. Can you pull that beat up for me? We're going to do something, man.
Okay, I'm
Seeing that, I know Tan got that gas in him, so I'm going to go ahead and let him gas on this instrumental right here, man.
I sure wish you had told me that, cuzzo.
Oh, man.
I mean,
you know, that's the element of surprise.
It is what it is all the time, man.
Hey, man, fuck that. That's the element of surprise.
Like
That's
that.
what
I like
we do,
that.
man.
That's something new, too.
Hey,
That's
you damn right
brand
it's
new.
something new.
But me and this nigga used to be in the alley just rapping and rapping. She said, you got
I think we got a phone call.
Oh, shit.
What that say today?
After the phone call, we're going
To
to drop
be
that beat.
continued.
After
I'm
the phone
excited.
call, we going to get to this
I'm
freestyle.
excited about it.
What's up,
Yeah.
Carl?
Caller, you there?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. This is New York.
New
What's
York.
up, New York?
New York calling in, sending mad love to Mr. Tan.
And you do know that.
Yes, we do. Definitely. Mr. Tan go hard in the paint. We feeling them all the way in New York out here.
What
Long
part of New
Island
York you
strong.
from? What part of New
Long
York?
Island strong.
There
Oh,
we go.
Island
all
Strong
right.
Island.
Long Island strong, yeah. We feeling
OPEC
him,
high.
following him, and you know he's
Oh, I
staying
know.
lit. He's staying
Yeah.
lit out
No.
here.
Come on,
That's
Dad.
all right.
He does
Staying
this.
lit out here. Shout out to Lil Bam, you know, the radio station, and
Hey.
almost didn't get through, but
Oh,
I
no,
made
we
it
make
through
sure
there,
you get
made
through.
several- Oh yeah, made several attempts. But Mr. Tan, that's the man. You know, he knock on doors, and he's a real street celebrity, and I feel him. We all feel him out here.
That's
I can't
cool.
get all of us on the phone, but we all feeling him out here.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
Much
the love. All
Much
right,
love.
thanks for calling.
From the East
you're
Coast.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So,
that's all right.
so just for that, man, that was so cold right there. We got to
Gonna
get a
drop
cold
that beat.
freestyle right now,
Cold
man.
freestyle.
Man,
That was
that
so
was some
cold
cold
because I know it's
love
cold
for a
out in
cold
NY. It's always cold. 4 pair of socks cold.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah, man. Go on ahead and feel that. Go on ahead and feel it. It's just your speed too, man.
Is it?
That's the X5 swing right there.
Might be a little
Back in
bit.
the X5 days, man.
Might
Come
be a
on.
little bit. You gonna
we
set
go.
it off from where I'm at?
Yeah, you right there.
I'm right there. A touchdown like the Steelers. That's what Bam said. It's Mr. Tan. I'm a Patriot. I'm on his head. I'm coming straight now for the championship. Knock him down. I'm playing my chips. Domino, partner. Look, that's what's happening. I used to be in the X5 rolling and cracking. I keep it macking and I keep it pimping. I'm slowing down because I might be tripping. I don't want everybody to know what I be doing. I'm on the Morris Media Studio live in the tour. Tour going up. Tour coming up. For Life Records, Pack Gang, nigga, that's what's up. Better slow down and slow up your roll. All gas, no brakes, nigga, know how I go. Know how I go, know how she ho, know how I do, know what it does. Captain with my cuz. What up, Lil Herm? What up, E? What up, my nigga? What up, Pete? Hey, that's my nigga. Captain in the house ain't pulling no triggers. It's pulling the gun with my tongue and laying them all down. What's happening now? I'm letting it be now. Jazzy, what's happening? Sky, that's what's cracking. Like that hair, girl. Mr. Tan, girl. I get all in your ear. Motherfucker know what's happening when I do it this year. The poetess, that's my partner from a long time. This is Mr. Tan, and I'm gonna rip a real rhyme. Straight off the dome. I let it all be known. I'm freestyling. Straight wildin'. I keep it cracking. What's happening? My macking is all the way to the live, nigga. That's what's cracking. It's Pack Gang.
All right.
That's a
All right.
freestyle.
Hey, no. That's the thing about
Like that.
freestyling, man. Like, ain't nobody freestyling no more.
Nah.
They not
That's what I was waiting
freestyling.
for. I was waiting for the lyrics because I was gonna be like, nah.
No, and see,
I wanted
freestyle. I
to
like
dog
that.
somebody today, and I
And-
thought it was gonna be you.
and see, the thing is, damn.
I'm sorry.
Hey, but that's the
the
thing
dog
about
meat, hello?
that's the thing about freestyling, man. You supposed to, hey,
was
if
the
you
true
feel you gonna
definition of
fall off,
freestyle.
keep going. But people memorize 12 raps
Yep.
to where they could rap anything. That's why when you see these YouTube clips, be like, damn, I heard that.
Yeah.
They rap the same rap on the Breakfast Club that they do on
Yep.
Sway.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so is it still a freestyle?
It's not a freestyle.
No, nigga, that's a damn
I've been
written.
hearing them do that shit for years, though.
But no, they've been doing that. But see, when you can,
I've heard people jump from Power and leave and drop that rap and then go to 92
Yeah,
the
it's
same,
same one.
day
Drop that.
and drop that rap again. But you know,
getting some feedback.
Not a freestyle.
that's what's up. 10 minutes, she said.
Got 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, man, back to the business side of the game. What artists you got, coming out?
How many artists you got?
Yeah.
Shit, we got about 7.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to overdo it too much right now because you got to pay homage to the first.
Now, out of that 7,
3.
how many of them do you see in yourself? Like, how many of yourself do you see in them? How many of them do you, like, far as, like, how you were, like, far as the rebelliousness or some sort, if they even that?
Maybe 2.
Okay.
Maybe
So
2.
So the 2 out of the 7, so 5 of them is being receptive to the information
learning
that you. Okay.
Right.
Oh well, that's not bad right there.
To learning.
That's a good team.
Yeah, and then they all hard, they all tight, but people gotta get the understanding that it's just not being able to rap. You have to have this star quality about you, this image. You have to know how to speak. You have to know how to project yourself and brand yourself.
No,
right.
but no. I had to cut you off on that one. What he just said. You have to know how to speak.
You ain't lying,
man. You interview some of these artists. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Be like, you ain't said shit, so I don't know like nothing.
Hey, I always capitalized off of people like that though. Because
you know what? That's
I made sure that I didn't do that.
That's a career stopper too. Sometimes a bad interview will make a company lose interest in you too.
No, right.
Because they figure we don't want to link our brand with this idiot.
But if you don't learn if you can't speak,
you're right, man.
If you can't speak, that's the fundamentals in opening your mouth.
And it's really important getting into this game. Like me, I got some street homies. I hang with them, but you got to know how to go from street to corporate in this game. Some of the biggest artists were street cats that learned the fact, hey, you know what? Nipsey, Jazzy, they figure, okay, I can be a street dude, but I also got to learn this corporate game. So you right, man.
It's a whole lot to it.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you this right now, man. Ain't nothing wrong with being an intelligent Crip.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Just remember that. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. I tell the homies that, hey, man, hey, they really scared of you.
They scared of you.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga, a Crip and he's smart.
I mean, especially with what we're doing, if you claim to be an artist, you should have some type of intelligence about yourself. Yeah. Some people don't even really write anyway, so they don't know.
Oh my God,
you know what I mean? And
well, you got to think
you got to really be real, man, because you can't just do it like that. Magic Johnson couldn't speak, but he played basketball.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And they thought he paid to learn how to speak. Mike Tyson couldn't speak. He paid to learn how to speak.
See, but the difference,
we are artists.
Mike Tyson knew what he wanted to say.
Yeah.
It just never could come out.
Project it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Magic was just saying shit and
blue. Shaq couldn't speak.
But at the end, you knew what he was saying. At the end of everything, it's just like Charles Barkley. You don't know what the fuck he's saying to the end. Yeah. Like, how do you get this money? All these motherfuckers get this money, and they sports analysts now.
They have proper representation, and they paid to learn how to speak correctly.
Well,
to a minimum.
But they got somebody behind them that know they brand and know that they name and they brand is worth money.
They got value in their brand, even though they may not articulate real good. Right. There's revenue that could be generated off that name and brand. So
no, yeah, that so what do you have planned for your artists? Like how you gonna
right
drop
now?
your
You're not really trying to run those 360 deals and none of that shit like that.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to just get them off the ground and get them a lot of videos going right now because social media is the world that's popping right now.
Right.
I still believe in the old school formula as far as wise. I might get even some bus stop benches. I still gonna get you some CDs out there because I want you to do some leg work. I did a lot of leg work.
That's all promotion.
I've been in everybody's face selling CDs after I was on movies and shit. I still run up on your face with a CD like, bro, buy my CD.
So do you tell them that that's more that well, not as more, but that's important in their artistry?
Absolutely.
To promote themselves?
Absolutely.
But it makes them personal.
Yeah, up and personal.
People want to feel people personally. People like to connect. That's why social media is so big. That's why people post so many pictures, because they want you to look at their lives. People want you to be inviting, and people want to invite you in.
That's what helped it. But initially, it helped it. But now it's kind of overbearing sometimes because
Of
some of these
course,
people
of
don't
course.
know fucking nobody.
But
and they-
that's just personality.
I'm
That's
just saying
different
that to say because
personality.
some people be having millions of fucking followers and shit, and then you go ask them to come do a show and it's 4 people in the audience.
Well, yeah, that's called paid
You know
followers.
what I'm saying?
That's another thing. You're right though, and that's another thing. You got somebody that got 700,000 followers, and they put out an EP that don't sell
Hey,
7.
I'm gonna tell you this
Something
right
ain't
now.
right.
All y'all that's listening and watching, now you can fool yourself all you want to. One thing you can't do is fool the people. You can't fool the people. You can fool yourself all you want to. But once it's out there and the motherfucker see the numbers don't lie,
man.
you got and I look at that. I trip off that. Motherfucker got 13,000 followers. 8 likes on this picture. You mean out of 13,000 people, only 8 motherfuckers saw this shit?
Something ain't right.
Something ain't right about the mathematics there.
Something ain't right,
I
man.
call it motherfucker ain't go fingerprint. You know what that mean? Nobody touched it.
I be seeing shit 22.4K followers.
Man.
Look at the picture they just dropped last week. So it's a week old and it got 32 likes.
Exactly.
But then it be having a double standard too with that being said because you got the strippers or somebody just sitting up there shaking her ass and she got 23,000 likes.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not feeling that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
'Cause
but when
nobody
you put,
know you.
If you look
But
at
I guess men want to see that.
No, but
Like
when you put something up there that
girls
means
want to see
something,
it.
if you put something up that means something, don't nobody
run
give a
from
shit
it.
about it.
Right.
Run from
Put some
it.
bullshit up.
That's not what people are looking for. Because I can tell you for myself.
Social
last year,
media
I
is
was,
for the
I-
bullshit.
Learn
my
that.
total timeline is completely different. I wanted to watch bad bitches and funny shit last year. All of my timeline, just pretty girls and stuff to make me laugh.
Right.
I don't follow a nigga for what? I got my man. I don't need no. But this, I want to look like this. I want to be like this. And then one day I just was like, man, I really don't
Like,
want
I'm
to
off
be like.
that.
I'm about to delete all this shit. Like,
I mean, but you don't have to put much up no more. I seen it pitch black in the room the other day on Snoop timeline, and he had a blunt lit, and that shit had
see, but that's
100,000
different.
likes.
See, that's
But
different.
Snoop.
That's art.
But that, he
But
got a
this
brand.
was a blunt
That's,
lit, man.
that's art.
That's a brand.
What? Look
Sometimes-
at Picasso.
But he
that's
smoked.
art.
That's what he do. That was
That's
his brand,
art. That
right?
was art.
Okay.
So-
let me
so-
give
I
you
follow
another
Snoop.
example then of
Shout
somebody.
out Snoop Dogg.
But look here, before we get out of here, what is it
I
that you
love
got?
Snoop.
What is it that you got coming up that you want the people to know, the fans to know, the viewers to know that you got coming up and coming from your camp, as far as artists?
I want
Who gonna be
y'all
the
right
first
now to
artist?
pay attention to Mr. Tan. You know, not the label, not none of that. Mr. Tan. I have to brand myself first, and then I can bring the Pack Gang Music, 4 Life, ENT, whole thing. You know what I'm saying? But then I have a record coming right now to the streets called #Everything Going Up. What It Do is the first single off of it. Club Banger, you know what I'm saying? Street thing with Club Banger. We just did a video finna come up, World Star, YouTube, all that. Y'all check that out. And just pay attention to me for a second.
Where
because
can
I'm
they
finna try to
find?
bring it, man.
Where can they find Mr. Tan at?
You can find me on Instagram, Mr. Tan_official. You can find me on YouTube, Dat Piff, World Star, all that shit, man. Whatever it is, man, that they say they got.
Hey, so
find me at Mr. Tan, not Young Tan. Mr. Tan.
So we
I'm just messing with Sky.
We gonna get up out of here on that note, man.
yeah.
Love the fact that Mr. Tan came through, dropped that science, them jewels down on us. Y'all tune in to Eastside Radio. Talk Eastside Radio.
Radio,
Eastside.
Instagram,
Talk Eastside Radio.
Supreme Circle Music
Facebook.
Group.
And we gonna
Follow
get
us.
into what it do.
Eastside, Eastside, Eastside.
Shout out to everybody.
Radio.
Mr. Tan, what it do?
Yeah.
Coming, we cracking, and that's what it do. What it do, yeah. Motherfucker, that's what it do, and that's what it do. Yeah, what it do, motherfucker, that's what it do. Hey, look, switches, Girl Scout cookies, we on. Shots of Patron, we blown. Got a nigga blow. Did all that, but we walked in, shit talking. Man, this motherfucker cracking. What's happening with your kinfolk? Church came through the door, turned up a little more, bought a bottle of some more. More drink, more hoes, turned up with us. Everything going up, me and my niggas. There's some killers in the building and some badass bitches. Surrounding my table, I'm with it. You know a nigga with it. Came in with the thing on me. Kinfolk security, that's my big homie. Everybody in the section going know a nigga about that. Bout it cause the shots keep coming. Nigga dig that, I gig like that. I'm a gigger, it's a gigathon. Shoot the bitch a pill like I'm Kaepernick. This motherfucker turns. Like nigga, what's happening? Shots keep coming, we cracking. We in this motherfucker turns. Like nigga, what's happening? Shots keep coming, we cracking. And that's what it do.